Charles, is it finally auf Wiedersehn, Greece? Or are they going to stay in the Eurozone? Frankly, I don't care at this point, but I got to know for our viewers.
Your viewers might care, though. Just a quick point. You are right that the markets have not cared about Greece to I'd say, a sort of surprising degree. And it's been that way for a little while, which is in some sense a testament to how well, for the moment, Europe has insulated itself from Greek problems. But that may not last. I mean, the Greeks have put themselves in an extremely difficult position. They have, by voting for essentially a collection of extreme parties, they've essentially said, we don't want this bailout, we don't want this program of assistance, but they have not said what they do want. And it's extremely difficult to see a good way out of this for anybody. The one thing that holds Greece and the Eurozone together, well, there are probably two or three things, but the one major thing is that the Greeks need the money. And for the moment, the European authorities are writing them checks.
Okay.
So that's a powerful incentive.
We have a $5 billion or so disbursement coming up under the so-called agreed program that was done between the Troika and the provisional, I don't even know what else called, provisional Greek government a few months ago. There's $5 billion disbursement. Let's say, first of all, can the Europeans just cut the money off? Can they just not give it?
Sure, they can do whatever they want. I mean, it's their money. They can decide that the conditions haven't been met for Greece to receive it. It's been no secret that the Greeks have missed endless numbers of budget targets. They've missed on their economic performance. The Europeans could at any time say, you know what, hey, you haven't met your end of the bargain, and therefore no more money for you. I don't think we're there yet.
Why would the Europeans give the Greeks any more money? I mean, basically the Greek people, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Charles, but basically what they voted for is for a series of, let's call it, anti-austerity parties, some of which are quite extreme. They knew, basically, they were voting, in effect, against the bailout that the Europeans had already given Greece. Am I missing something there?
No, you got it about right. And the problem is that there really are not a lot of options for Greece. Greece runs a deficit. It doesn't have money to spend what it's spending. So it needs to borrow money. The only people lending it money are the other European countries through the bailout. So if Greece repudiates that, what does it do? I mean, how does it pay all the civil servants that it currently has? So just saying, no, we don't want the bailout money is not, and at the same time saying we want to continue spending, is just not a coherent position. But that is the position that the political parties who appear to be dominant have at the moment.
Let's roll this forward a little bit. There's supposedly, in the next couple of months, let's assume that the Greeks cannot pull a coalition government together sometime in the next week or so. Then there are going to be more elections. If you are in Brussels, or if you're Angela Merkel, why not cut the money off and let the Greek people make a decision with the lights off in Athens?
That's certainly an option, but you have to remember that the Europeans are already pretty far into this. And one demonstration of that is that the check that they're planning to write tomorrow is 5-point-something billion euros, 5.2 billion euros. 3.3 billion of those euros in 6 days are going to turn around from the Greek treasury and go to pay the ECB because the ECB had bought a bunch of Greek bonds. So the European governments are essentially giving money to Greece so that Greece can give 65% of that money back to the Europeans. It's just a demonstration of how, deep, the Europeans are up to their armpits in Greece. And if they say no more money, well, the ECB gets stiffed.